Microphone testing. Check 1, check 2. Microphone testing. Looks good. Perfect. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for people who are watching from different time zone. And first of all, wishing everybody a very happy Diwali. And we will be taking questions in the order in which we receive them over the live office hours. So yeah, if you guys have questions or suggestions, please put them in the comment box. So happy Diwali, everybody, and let's begin the question answer. So I have pinned my comment, and I'll also one sec. I just have to figure out the settings here. There you go. So I'll put this one here, so that way you guys can see. Let me make sure. One sec. All right. So hopefully you guys should be seeing all the comments. Hi Vipul Kumar, how are you doing? Happy Diwali, Vipul. Hi Kapil Goswami, happy Diwali. So I hope you guys are enjoying bursting crackers and having fun. So yeah, wishing everybody a happy Diwali. And if you guys have any questions, please put your question in the chat box. Vipul Kumar says, I have implemented a Kafka in my project. If you can make some videos on Kafka. Yeah, I know, Vipul. I actually tried making some videos on Kafka in the past, then I stopped because I actually started using Kinesis data stream. But yeah, that's a great, Vipul, that you made some nice projects on Kafka. Yeah, I'll try my best to make some more videos on Kafka, maybe continue that series that I started. But yeah, good to know, Vipul. All right, so any other questions that we have, please put them in the comment box, right? So recently I developed my website, saumilshah.com. I bought a domain name on AWS. I hosted my website on Route 53. I figured out the certificate. So it was a really fun project for me. So I got an experience to host a website from start. So it's pretty cool. I'll actually share the links in case if you guys want to check. Yeah, it has an SSL certificate, which I was struggling for a couple of days, but I figured it out. That's my website. Feel free to check that out. And if you go to the HTTP, it's automatically gonna redirect to an HTTPS, so secure, right? So yeah, that's something that I have been working on. It's a fun, interesting project. Yeah, please put your questions or comments in the chat box, and we'll answer them as and when we get time. So I'll just pin my question here. So yeah, and I'm also working on some side projects as well. But let's answer questions, and then maybe I can talk about some of my side projects. Vipul Kumar says, your Elasticsearch videos are damn good. I have gone through every video of Thanks, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your positive feedback, man. Thank you. Let me know if you want certain other topics in Elasticsearch. I guess I can further. I have 42 videos on Elasticsearch at this point. But if you want more videos on that, I can definitely add. Maybe I can make project-based videos as well. Or I can make architecture-based videos on Elasticsearch, or I can do data modeling videos on Elasticsearch, one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many. I guess I have done those videos. So, but if you guys are interested in any topic on Elasticsearch specific, please let me know, and I'll try to make a video on that particular topic. That's great, Vipul, that you implemented Elasticsearch. So yesterday also I got contacted by a person. I guess he was from Iran. Very nice guy. He was using Elasticsearch. Again, he showed me what he was developing. Very nice use case. So basically, he made a search engine. So I think it's widely adopted in a lot of industries now, the Elasticsearch, right? very popular, and I guess very widely adopted across all the industry, the Elasticsearch. So yeah. Vipul says if you can add some end-to-end projects on Elasticsearch with Python. Yeah, absolutely, Vipul. Why not? I think I can add some end-to-end videos on Elasticsearch and Python. Do you have anything in mind? What would you like to see, or what would you like me to make? Do you have any topic or any, for example, make a job search, or maybe do this project, or maybe do that project? So if you have any specific topic, let me know in the request box, because I can literally make anything that you want. A movie search engine or whatever. I have done semantic search as well with Elasticsearch. So you tell me what you would you like, So I would be more than happy to make videos on that. So I hope you guys, again, if a lot of people from India might be watching. Today there might be Dhanteras. I guess you must be, you must have, maybe you know you essentially do puja and stuff. I guess I hope everybody gets enough done in their life, and yeah. I hope all your wishes may come true this Diwali. And at the same time, I do want to say that please also take care of your health as well. So I know as and I've been talking about this topic. As software engineers, we sit on the computer long hours, we get belly fat, we get a hinged back. So not good. Try to maintain a posture, get a posture corrector belt, right? And please take care of your health as well, as mentioned. Yashwant Reddy is here. Hi, Yashwant. Good to see you again. As always glad to have you back on the channel. So, what are you working on, Yashwant, these days? I'm assuming you might be on a holiday. I guess it's a Diwali vacation, right? I'm assuming in India. So, how's your Diwali going? If anybody has any questions, request videos, please do put them in the chat box. We have a question from Saumil Mandal. Says, "Hey man, love your videos. Keep up the awesome work. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that positive feedback. Please let me know what sort of videos you want, and always happy to put that in the to-do list or the queue, as I say." So Yashwant is learning AWS finally. That's great. That's nice. That's nice. By the way, I made an amazing project. I want you guys to try it out on AWS. Again, it's a big project. Everything is there on the GitHub section. So please try that project out. I think that would really help you to pace up your skills on AWS. Excuse me. That would really help you to pace up your skills on AWS. So try that out. I have like a lot of projects on DynamoDB. So try those projects out. Those are good hands-on project. They will definitely teach you a lot, right? So make sure to try them out. All right. Any other questions that we can answer today? And in the meanwhile, I'll tell you what I've been, learning. I've been learning a bit on WebSockets, trying to develop some real-time systems. It's pretty cool though. So, trying WebSockets, GraphQL, subscriptions. What else on my to-do? Yeah, mostly again, I'll be developing more and more on DynamoDB. I wanna be very good at that, which I almost am at that topic. But something that I haven't explored or tried, those the labs are DAX in DynamoDB, which I will try and make a video shortly for sure. But yeah, Yashwant Reddy says, "You motivated me to choose AWS, trying to switch from data engineering to data engineering or DevOps. That's great because that is where the future is, my friend." Samuel Mandal says, "Any plans on creating videos related to ML feature store like Feast, Feather, etc.?" I guess that's a completely different domain. Again, there's a whole different learning curve for that, and hence I don't want to get into that. Well, I do want to focus mainly on the data engineering part, serverless, backend. Those are the areas where I'm trying to be good at. But maybe I can casually look into it, right? But not planning to go into that direction into ML. That's more mainly a data scientist aspect of which I don't want to go. I want to avoid that route. I do want to try to build a real-time analytics dashboard, like clicks, views, apps, how many people are clicking on a stuff, how many people are viewing stuff, a real-time one, right? Not like so I want to build like a real-time pipeline that ingest all these clicks, apps, views, excuse me, clicks, apps, views, all that. I have done some work with Kinesis, but I want to do something with Elasticsearch as well. Something maybe on my to-do list, right? So that's that. And I was also looking into how do you, like, for example, when you order like food stuff, right? So you put like a source and a destination, right? And then you have like a track that you can follow on the map. So how does that work? I want to see. And then also, how does the location marker updates on the Google map? I want to do that. I want to do that project. I've been looking for some JavaScript code, but I was not able to find. I know there are different maps. My friend told me about, I forgot the name. I think they have something similar for that. But yeah, something I was also looking into casually. Other than that, I guess that's pretty much it. I've been trying to just stay or stick on the cloud aspect, probably. Yeah, pretty much, Dynamo, Lambdas, EventBridge, SQS, batch jobs, step functions. Pretty much those are the stuff, as I said. But yeah, if you have questions or if you want me to explain you a topic that you didn't understand, I guess this is a very, very good time. You can ask those questions here, and I can try to explain you that topic or the concept on live here, right? And I can address your questions, right? So if you do want me to explain a topic, or you have a question, or you maybe are curious to understand how do you implement a particular feature, don't hesitate to put that in the chat box, and we'll try to answer your question through that. You know, I just want to make sure that slow chat is not enabled, because when you guys put a question, I just want to make sure that I do receive those questions. There's some settings here. Just have to figure that out. Uh, Comments. I'll check that out later on. Hopefully, it's slow chat. I know. Oh, it's disabled, so that's good. So that's great. Okay. We have Yashwant saying, "I'm doing a lead code programming." Oh, that's nice. I actually, to be honest, I hate lead code. Yeah, I hate like those data structures, algorithms. Just hate it. Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Yeah, I just hate lead code and HackerRank. Those are pathetic way to test a user or a person. If you can, oh, can you reverse a linked list? Yeah, are you gonna use a linked list in your day-to-day life? Probably not. I'll probably learn how to make a multi-region architecture. You know what I mean? So to me, that is it's just it's just a incorrect way how people test knowledge or gain. Yeah, it is what it is. That's how the world works. Can't help it. But yeah, if you want to switch and get into different top companies, and I guess that's the way lead code, which I don't want to do. I am more about gaining knowledge and hands-on expertise. So hence, I am not doing hacker rank or lead code at all. So. Because most of the time these are like weird way to like test a person for their knowledge or skill, and also they don't teach you how to organize or write big software projects, design patterns, how to organize files, classes. This doesn't teach you that, right? That comes from doing projects, experience, hands-on labs, right? The lead code doesn't help. Yeah, maybe your logical thinking it improves, but it really, that's pretty much it, you know. But again, as I said, if you want to go into FANG and big companies, I know that's your mantra. Do lead code. That's the way. If you can't get lead code, you can't get into the company unless and until you have an impressive profile, you know. But yeah. Yashwant says whether it's good to scale the lambdas using concurrency or Kubernetes, right? I haven't dived into the Kubernetes part, but I do know that you can do scale lambda using concurrency. You can set reserved concurrency, and basically that is the maximum number of fires you can make. An account has a maximum. By default, all account has 1,000 concurrency. You can easily increase that by contacting support. We did that. We increased our concurrency to 5,000. So I think concurrency is good, right? And also, if you want to have more concurrency, you can deploy a lambda into multiple region or edge location, right? And then just scale, just scale your lambdas, right? That. So yeah. Cloud is a very vast topic, man. I mean, this is so much to learn. EMR, this and that, and yeah, you gotta keep up with these amazing stuff. Otherwise, it's changing so fast, and every day something new is coming. So it's. That's why, I mean, most of the time I don't. As I said, right, I picked up AWS, and I know I'll be busy there because every day there's something or the other new coming in. Every day. What I do is also, I'll share my screen. So from AWS, I try to read these articles. So every day they post some nice articles that increases my knowledge sharply. So if you observe how Sriji Group created a global guest store, and I'm pretty sure must be using DynamoDB or RDS. Same thing. You see Elasticsearch, your same thing. You know what I mean? So usually reading all these articles gives me a good understanding about designing systems at scale, right? So I read a lot of articles, and I really like reading stuff. So let me switch back to YouTube. Where is my YouTube here? Oh, there you go. Was sharing the wrong screen, I guess. Irrespective, as I said, right? So cloud is gonna be the future. Cloud demand is always gonna be there. People will need cloud engineers, right? Because everybody wants to scale. Everybody wants to fan out. It's really easy with cloud, with especially Amazon, right? You can rent servers. You can spin up thousands of instances, right? So it's really an easy way. That's why I'm gonna stay on cloud. Cloud is never going away. Cloud demand is always gonna be there, right? As I keep saying. Yeah, you know. If you guys have came across any interesting Python packages, you can put the description. You can put the name of the package in the description. More than happy to check that. Saumil Mandal says, hey, are there any blogs or newsletter you follow on a regular basis? For example, some of the engineering blogs like the one DoorDash, Uber, some great info. Well, to be honest, I only follow blogs from Amazon. So as I was showing you on the video, right? So if you go to the management console, they usually have a tab where they post all the recent upcoming articles. So I usually just follow that. So I'll try to show you quickly. So if you come to the wrong screen, there's a problem always with my screen. Hold on, how do I switch my screen? Hold on, there you go. So yeah, if you come here to the management console, I usually read the latest announcement, right? Or announcement, what's coming in, what's trending. So here, if you click on the blogs, I usually am in the domain of analytics. I like analytics. I like architecture. That's my domain in the cloud, right? Then I go for big data, right? So I basically try to find articles related to that. Then I wanna also look for serverless because I love serverless, right? So yeah, and then I say, okay, best practices for migrating and optimizing Amazon EMR. So I keep reading stuff here. It really increases my knowledge. So here's something AWS blog I very closely follow. So yeah, switching back to the screen. Vipul Kumar says Streamlit. Yeah, I have used Streamlit in the past. It's a very easy way to spin up like apps with front end. I have used it. It's a yeah. I'm aware about Streamlit. Yeah. Something that I want to explore is Python RBACs. There's a library for that. I want to explore more on that topic in the future. So Python RBAC, role-based access control. Yeah, role-based access control. I wanna explore and learn a little bit about that. There are some Python libraries, but again, I haven't got enough time for that. But that's something that I wanna explore. RBACs in Python. APIs, I have already worked a lot on APIs, Flask, Django, Fast API, all these stuff. And then of course on the cloud side, API Gateway, Lambda, SQS, all these stuff. Yeah, so I've been exploring some new things. That is GraphQL, WebSockets, and on the side, of course, different new Python libraries, right? So, by the way, recently I also released a library to migrate everything from ClickUp to S3. So we wrote like 600 lines of migration code, and I launched it as an open source Python library. So try to check that out as well if needed. So yeah. And if you have questions, suggestions, feature request, or if you want to ask, hey, how would you implement A, B, or C? Please put them in the comment box, and we will try to answer them in the order in which we receive them. So I'll be here for 5 to 10 more minutes. So if you have questions, please post them in the chat box below. Yep, sure. Vipul, go ahead with your question. Vipul says, I have one question. I was going through your AWS Lambda serverless. So is it paid or free tier? Please suggest. Yeah, Lambda is free tier. So if you open up a brand new account, I guess, I don't know how, about 1 million, the first few millions are free. So even if you make like 10,000 Lambda calls, it is fine. You're not going to be charged anything. So it is free. It comes under the free tier account. So go and try and play with those stuff. Any other questions? Any other video you would like to see or make? Any topic, any libraries in Python that you want me to discuss? Please pop in the chat box, and more than happy to look into that. Vipul says, oh, okay. Thanks. We'll go through all your stuff in the Lambda. Well, sounds great. Any questions? Any other further questions? I'll be here for about 5 more minutes. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer or take your questions. So I'll be there for 5 more minutes. So please put your questions. If I haven't answered, you may leave your question in the chat box, which I may answer later on down the line. So yeah, post your questions if you have any. And also, if you guys wanna invite me to your company for a talk or a session, let me know. Please write me an email, and I'm more than happy to uh, organize something during my free time or schedule, as in, you know. Salman Mandal says, any plans relating to Snowflake? As of now, no, no plans related to Snowflake. Vipul says, some of the videos on analytics dashboard using only Python. So you're saying that to build analytics dashboard using Python, is that what you're asking? Not using Power BI or Tableau? But you will store the data somewhere, right? So ideally, you will store this data on a lake or Athena or whatever. I mean, Athena is a query, right? You'll query your data lake. So Python is just a way to visualize that data, right? Essentially using Flask. So are you saying that? Are you asking to build an analytic dashboard using Python? Let me know what exactly do you mean on that. Yashwant had a comment, but looks like it was retracted. Okay. Vipul says, yeah, data will be on the cloud. Exactly. So Python, Flask, or whatever, Django, is just a way to see or visualize. You're gonna make an API, right? Basically, you're gonna write bunch of microservices API that's gonna go fetch the cloud, grab the analytics, right? You're gonna have a cache. So ideally, you will pull the data from the cache, right? So you don't directly query the source, right? So every day in the night, you essentially run a job and load the data into a cache, and then your Python Flask analytics will essentially read from the cache, and you can expire the cache every 1 or 2 hours depending upon your use cases. But ideally, you hit the cache, not the database directly. We have question from Yashwant Reddy. Whether recession is true, how is it going to impact? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I do know that a recession is coming. Stock price are at all-time low, 52-week low. Everything. Companies started laying off. For example, Coinbase, Wayfair. All these companies heavily impacted. Their stock price have plumbed more than 85 to 90%. So much likely the recession is here. Inflation is at all-time high. The rates are spiking up. The gas prices are up. The petrol, gas. The food prices are also up. Everything is up, right? The interest rates, the Feds are hiking interest rate as well to control inflation. So yeah, that's not good. But what we can control in the interim is our skills, our knowledge. That is something that we can control. We cannot control recession. We cannot control inflation. What we can control is what we can do is we can focus on our learning and start increasing our knowledge base about the domain, right? So, but yeah, I hear you. I know. I've been reading news about that for sure. We have Chris. Chris says, "Is AWS OpenSearch a better and a cheaper option than Elasticsearch Cloud?" Well, it really depends. I know, again, OpenSearch and Elasticsearch are the same thing. It's just a different. Again, there's a whole battle around that, Chris. AWS forked the Elasticsearch library. They renamed it as an OpenSearch. I know how. I guess you know about all that stuff, right? Depending upon the pricing model, have to check really. I guess they both are almost similar. I'm using the word similar. Yeah, I don't know the exact dollar to dollar cost difference, but must be pretty much around the same one. You know what I mean? I mean, ideally, OpenSearch and Elasticsearch, they are the same because they forked the repository, and I guess you know the story behind that. All right. Any other questions that we have we can answer today? All right, I'll take one more question and then I'm gonna end today's session. So if you have anybody has any other one question that you wanna ask, please feel free, and then I will be wrapping up today's Q&A. So I'll take one more question today. Thanks, Chris. Thank you so much, man. I'm glad you guys like the videos. Thank you. Oh, Indranil is here. Hey, Indranil, good to always see you back, man. Hope everything good and happy Diwali to you and your family. I'm great. I'm great. Just about to wrap up today's Q&A. Vipul says some good videos on threading and multi-threading processing. Yep. I have some nice videos on threading. I made some design pattern threading as a decorator. Yep, that's right. Yep. Thank you so much, Indranil. Happy Diwali to you and your family as well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So I guess I'm gonna wrap up today's Q&A. Has been 11:15, so I'll hop off for some other work. But if you still have questions, please post them in the comment box and the chat box, and we'll try our best to answer the questions as and when I read them later on. So have a nice weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you